Good morning, students. So, myself Shithal Bhausar, and as you know about that, um, in last two lectures we focus on input elements, right? Advanced input elements. So, we just revise all those topics, and then we will learn about another topics. Okay. So we already learn about the input type, color, right, which is used to show a color picker. So here you can see the output. Hope so you all are going to run all those programs, yeah, and those already run the programs. I definitely tell you that you definitely love the output and love the programs, right? So second elements we learn about the number. Here one textbook you can see, and you can enter the numbers. You can set or you can restrict the input from the users. For that we use the max, mean, step, value. These all topics we already learn. Third element we learn about the URL, where you have to enter the URL. If you enter wrong URL and then click or press the submit button, then it will give you the error. Next element is nothing but the input type image, where you can use the image as a submit button, as we discussed earlier. So this is the syntax and this is the output. Student, please do the practice at home, otherwise आपको कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आएगा. So please practice at your home. Next is nothing but the date, where you can see a date picker, right? Where you can see the date picker, and in that you can include or select year, month and day, right? I already told you how to use that tag, input tag, and with date value of type attribute. These all nothing but the controls, or you can say the values of the type attribute. Next is nothing but the email, where one text box is there and you have to enter the valid email ID, right? And if you entered a wrong email ID and press the submit button, then it will give you the error. Next we learn about the month. So month is nothing but it also provide a, you can see it's like a same as a date, but difference is that you only entered a month and year, that's it. In date you can enter day, month and year. Here you have to enter only the year and the month. Okay, that is the difference between the date and the day. Next value is range, where you can set the range, right? For that we also set max, mean, step, value, like a number value. Okay, next input tag or next control is date, time, local. Here it is also same like a date, but difference is that here you can enter a time also. You can also enter a time. Here I already underline the time, means here difference between the date and date time local is the time. Okay. Next is the input type time. Here you have to enter, or you can enter only the time, right? Time and PMM, that's it. Okay. Next is nothing but the input type week. Here you defines a week of the year. Means here if you select 4, you can see here, if you select 4 week of the January 2002, the whole week is you can see whole week is selected, right? And if you select the first week of January 2002, then that first row will be selected. Okay. Next control is the search control, where you can see one text box and you can enter the value which you have to search, right? Next control is the file control. Next control is the file control, where you can see here, if you write down in your program input type equal to file, then one button you can see here, that is a choose file, and when you another one is nothing but the text, that is a no file chosen, and when you click on the choose file button, then one window is appeared and you have to select file from that window, and then you have to click and open. Then you can see the file name here, where now you can see no file chosen, and if you select one file, then that time the file name will be there. Okay, this is the input type file. Next control is nothing but the TEL, means telephone. Here you can enter the phone number, right? Next, this is nothing but the my program, where I took all the controls that I already taught you. I already told you about those controls. These all controls are included here, and you can see here output of that program. So students, you have to write down all those notes which I have given till now. Okay, this is my fifth lesson, fifth or sixth lecture I must say, and you have to write down each and every point which I included in my PPT, right? Because this is very important, and you have to mention, you have to carry your notes. Okay. So you can see here, that is a color picker, that is a number, this is a URL control, this is nothing but the date control, this is email, this is only the month, this is range, this is time. I think this is not a time, this is a date, time and local, right? And this is the time, this is a week, this is search, this is file, and last this one is telephone number. For that we use only the TEL, and this is nothing but the image, input type equal to image. So this is this image is nothing but the or act as a submit button. Means you can click on that image. When you use that image as a input type equal to image, then you can click on that image. Okay, that time that image is work like a or act like a submit button. So I hope you all understand the topics which I already taught you till now. So already before this lecture I already told you that or explain about those attributes. These all nothing but the input tag attributes, right? So those attributes and working of that attributes we will discuss briefly afterwards. And this is the table from your book where they specify or describe it shortly, but I I will definitely explain these all the attributes with example. Okay, so you will definitely learn it very interestingly. So just focused on that. So first attribute is nothing but the disabled. What is the disabled attribute? These all attributes are worked as a restrictions on that controls. So as the name suggests, what is the attribute name is disabled. As your name suggests, it is nothing but the boolean attribute, means its value will be yes or no. That's it. Only two values will be there, means it is a disabled or not. Only two values are there, that's why it's called the boolean attribute. When present, it specified the input element should be disabled. Means if you mention disabled in your input tag, that time that control will be disabled. Okay, we will see in the program also. Just focus on the theory right now. A disabled input element is disabled input element is unusable and unclickable. Means when you describe the disabled, then user cannot click on that text box or any controls which you are used disabled. The disabled attribute can be set to keep a user from using the input element until some other condition has been met, like selecting checkbox, etc. Okay. Then a JavaScript could remove the disabled value and make the input element usable. Means if you want that while running the program, and if I want to enable or usable that element, that time I have to use the JavaScript. We will discuss this afterward also when we learn about the JavaScript. Okay, so you just remember that thing. Disabled means it is nothing but the boolean attribute, and when it present in the input tag, then your control should be disabled. Okay, so what is the tip? Disabled input element in a form will not be submitted. Okay, so when you mention the disabled, so that but obvious, their value should not be sent to the other forms or not submitted to the other form, right? That is but obvious, because that controls is a disable. You cannot enter any value in that control. So if there is no data, then no submission will be there. Okay, so students, you can see here, this is a program. This is the first name where input type equal to text, id name f name, etc. And means here I took basically two controls, text box I must say, and I provide the name id. The use of the id attribute we will discuss in JavaScript. So here you can see I mentioned disabled. Here you can see I mentioned the disabled in second text box. Then you can see here in your output, user cannot enter last name, right? So you can enter first name but you cannot enter in last name. Why? Because I mention here disabled attribute. Okay, so whenever I click on submit button, the data of the last name will not be submitted. That is the use of the disabled. Okay, so next is nothing but the attribute. There are main two attributes, mean and max, which we already used. As you remember in number and in number control and range control, we already used the mean and max attribute. So what is the mean and max attribute? The input mean and max attribute specify the minimum maximum values and input field, okay, which I already discussed with you. The mean and max attributes work with the following input types: number, range, date time, local, month, time and week. So you can use mean and max you can use mean and max attribute with number, range, which we already used. Also you can use in date time, local, month, time and week. Okay students, tip is that use the max mean attributes together to create a range of legal values. Means if you set the range, that time you should have to use both the attribute at a time. So you can set the range, mean value, what should be the mean value, what should be the max value, right? So this is the program. Here you can also see here I took here I am going to take two controls, that is a date control. You can see here date, right? In previous we learn about the number and range. Here I used max and mean attributes in date control. Like you can see here date control. So in that, here I set the max value and here I set the mean value. You can see here max and mean. Means user have to enter a date before the 1918-0101. Okay, and here I mention user have to enter a date after 2000. Year 2000 means in 1980 to 2000 you have to enter the date. Okay, and that number and submit is the optional part, but these two controls like date, you can see the mean and max attribute. So everyone, I hope everyone got it very clearly. Okay, and you have to run this program, then you definitely get clear idea. Next restrictions or next attribute is the pattern attribute. As you can see that as its name tell about itself. That is, the input pattern attribute specifies a regular expression that the input field's value is checked against when the form is submitted. Means using the pattern you can set a pattern for any control, and whenever you submit the data, that time you check that the pattern is followed by user or not. Okay, so here the pattern attribute works with the following input types. So किसके साथ ये pattern use किया जाता है? So but obvious text, for date, for search, for URL, right? You can set a pattern for URL also, for telephone number also. You can see there are different telephone numbers are used in different countries or different part of the countries or different state of the countries. You can set the pattern for the telephone also. You can set the email pattern and password also. You can also set the password pattern, right? Whenever you registered on any websites, you can see that they told you or they restrict you have to follow the pattern of the password, right? Means some websites tell you that you have to enter minimum 8 characters, minimum 12 characters, please use uppercase and lowercase, please use special symbols in between the username. Students, I definitely I like to share one thing, that whenever you mention a password anywhere, means whenever you set a password, that time you have to set your password minimum 12 characters. Then that time your password will not crack very easily. Okay, so you have to set your password minimum 12 characters. Okay, so here you can see a program. In that I took heading part and body bg color, same for all the programs. So my programs output, all the programs output will be same, means colors of the background color will be the same. That's why I took the bg color yellow and heading, right? So next is nothing but that text, right? I took that text and I set the id and name. Required, okay, required size is not necessary for you. You have to see here the pattern, you can see, right? What is the meaning of that pattern? You can see first a small a dash small z means what? In that you have to mention or you have to enter only small characters. Okay, and 4 8 means you have your password length will be 4, between 4 to 8. That is the meaning of that pattern. So like that you have to mention or you have to set the pattern for the controls. Okay, so here I already mentioned in paragraph, username must be lowercase and 48 characters in a length. So here this is a username, not a password, sorry. You have to mention a username, small letters A to Z, and length will be 4 to 8. Okay, next is nothing but the read only attribute. What is the read only? Means now we just learn about the disabled. Disabled means what? Disabled means you cannot enter anything in that control. But what is the read only? You can see one or you can set any text in that control, but you cannot change that text, right? Or you cannot change the input. So it's called the read only. That is the difference between the disable and read only attribute. The read only attribute is boolean attribute. When present, it specifies that an input field is read only, means there you cannot write in that. A read only input field cannot be modified, means वहाँ पे जो भी आपको यहाँ पे टेक्स्ट दिख रहे, you cannot modify the text. The read only attribute can be set to keep a user from changing the value until some other conditions have been met. Okay, like disabled, just I told you, in disable same rules are following read only attribute also. Means if you have to change that read only attribute, that time we use the JavaScript. Okay. Note, a form will still submit an input field that is read only. Means in disabled, the form should not submit the data of that control, but in read only, form will submit the input field. Okay, right. That is the difference between the disabled and read only. This is one, you can see the program where I just take one first name, one text box for first name, one text box for country, and in that in the country text box I just write down the read only, nothing else. Okay. So next input restrictions are placeholder attribute. What is a placeholder? It is nothing but the short hint given to the user that what should user have to enter in that control. Okay, like the placeholder attribute specify the short hint that describe that expected value of an input field. Okay. Note, the placeholder attributes works with the following input types. कौन से input पे वो work करेगा? It work on text, search, URL, telephone number, email, and password. Means whenever you enter a password, you can give the hint to the user what will be the password you have to enter, or whenever user entered an email, then you have to give the short hint to the user that what type of email you have to enter. For telephone, you are student, you not mention the pattern here, you not said the pattern, but you have to tell that user that please enter that type of input. Okay, so see here, in that example you can see we mention the phone number format here. So in your text box you can see the short hint that user can see. Okay, for that I use here placeholder, and in that I mention the type. So that placeholder text is user can see when program is run. Okay. Next is nothing but the required attribute. Required attribute means your text, your control should not be empty while submit your forms. That is the meaning of the required attribute. The required attribute is a Boolean attribute. When present, it specifies that input field must be filled out before submitting the form. जस्ट आई टोल यू कि अगर आपका कोई कंट्रोल है वो सबमिट करते वक्त वो एम्प्टी नहीं होना चाहिए, यूज़र को उसमें कंपलसरी उसको यूज़र को कुछ तो भी इनपुट देना ही है. ओके, सो द रिक्वायर्ड एट्रीब्यूट वर्क्स विद द फॉलोइंग इनपुट टाइप्स. कौन कौन से इनपुट टाइप्स पे हम रिक्वायर्ड यूज़ कर सकते हैं? text, search, URL, telephone, email, password, date picker, number, checkbox, radio, and file also. Okay, means I think most of the controls we covered in the required attribute. Okay, this is one example I will give you. Here I take one text box and in that I just write down the required. You can see here I just write down the required, nothing else. And while program is running, I I did not enter anything and I just click on the submit button. Then that time one error will occur, that is, please fill out this field. Okay, so I think min max, read only, placeholder required. Okay, next is the autocomplete attribute and autofocus. What is autocomplete? The autocomplete attribute The autocomplete attribute specifies whether or not an input field should have autocomplete enabled. Autocomplete allows the browser to predict the value. When a user starts to type in a field, the browser should display options to fill in the field based on earlier type values. मीन्स यहाँ पे क्या होता है, जब आप कोई भी मोस्ट ऑफ द लाइक जब आप इंटरनेट यूज़ कर रहे हो और कोई कंट्रोल आ जाता है, जैसे इफ़ आई वांट टू साइन इन जीमेल, दैट टाइम व्हाट हैपन कि मैं जब एंटर करने जा रही हूँ तो पहले कोई टेक्स्ट ऑलरेडी मुझे दिया जाता है एंड आई कैन यूज़ दैट टेक्स्ट, राइट. This facility provided by the autocomplete attribute, nothing else. The autocomplete attributes works with the following input type, that is a text, search, URL, telephone, and all those things you can see here. So this is your program. In that I mention autocomplete on inform tag. Okay, so here you can see when I type Pratibha in first name, it give me the hint or it display the option to fill. I can fill Pratibha, right? So this is nothing but the autocomplete attribute. Eighth one is the autofocus. Means जब आपका प्रोग्राम और whenever you open your page, that time which control how to focused. So that we have to decide using the autofocus. Okay, the autofocus attribute is Boolean attribute. When present, it specified that an input element should automatically get focus when the page load. For example, when in that program I write down autofocus in first name. So when I run that page, you can see first name text box is focused by default. If I want to focus last name by default or submit button by default, then in that input tag I have to mention the autofocus attribute. That's it. Okay, so next is a multiple attribute. So we already learned about the multiple attributes in email control. Okay, as you remember that we use a multiple attribute. If you have to enter more than one value in a control, that time we use the multiple attribute, as their name tell you. Okay, so the multiple attribute is a Boolean attribute. When present, it specifies the user is allowed to enter more than one value in the input element. We already used in email. The multiple attribute works with the following input types, email and file. In both the attributes, you can use multiple attribute. tip. What is the tip? When you used input type equal to file to select multiple files, hold down the control and shift key while selecting. Okay, here I give you one example. Okay, there you can see I already select two files. Okay, tip number second, for input type email, separate each email with a comma. Means if you have to enter more than one email address, that time you have to mention only the comma. That's it. And this is my program. You can see one is nothing but the paragraph. Okay. Next is the select file and file here. Here I mention the multiple. So when I click on choose file and that window is appeared, at that time I can select more than one file in that window. That's it. That is the multiple attribute. One more attribute is remaining, that is nothing but the height and weight, and we already learn about the height and weight. That's why I am not going to take this attribute now. Okay, so I think this is very interesting part which we learn today. So students, please, I told you repeatedly, again and again, please do practice at your home. आप जितना प्रैक्टिस करोगे, जितना प्रोग्राम्स रन करके देखोगे, आपको इंटरेस्ट आएगा, इंटरेस्ट बढ़ेगा, एज वेल एज आपके जो भी कोई पॉइंट्स है वो क्लियर होते जाएंगे. क्या होता है कि हम जब प्रोग्राम्स रन करते तो कुछ ना कुछ मिस्टेक्स हो जाती है, सिंपल सी मिस्टेक्स भी हो गई तो क्या हो जाता है कि हमें फिर वो सॉल्व करने में इंटरेस्ट आता है कि अरे क्या हो गया. सो ऐसे हमारे जो भी कोई टॉपिक्स है, जो भी कोई हमारे डाउट्स है वो क्लियर होते जाते. और मैंने आपको बोला भी है, इफ़ यू हैव एनी डाउट्स देन प्लीज़ आस्क मी. आज तक मुझे किसी ने कोई भी क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा है. सो प्लीज़ स्टूडेंट, okay, this is nothing but the last ppt for today, right? This is our last ppt today. Here one more two attributes which I have to tell you, but this is not the restrictions. अभी तक हमने जो पढ़े, these all are the restrictions, but these two are not the restriction. These only the attributes id which we used in javascript. Okay, and class is used in css. What is the css? We definitely learn in next lectures. And this is your textbook program of your textbook. You have to run this program also, and you can see the output here. Okay, so till now that's it. Okay, so please student, do your best. Okay, this topic is also new for us, but मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है ये प्रोग्राम्स रन करते वक्त, इसका आउटपुट देखते वक्त. आई एम वेरी हैप्पी. सो you will be happy. So please do practice. Okay, bye.